Over the last several weeks, Central City Opera brought together some of Colorado's most influential women leaders as a part of the Power of Women project. The panel events discussed the evolving role of women in society, inspired by the leading lady in Central City Opera's La Traviata.
I love the Central City Opera, and I love the town of Central City, so it seemed an ideal way to come, spend a Friday afternoon, and talk about some interesting issues about the impact women have had in the world.
When I think of women in power, I think of women who are proud to be themselves.
That's how we decided, okay, this woman in Traviata, it's about a woman, a courtesan, who is a powerful woman. That's her only way of finding power in her society at that time and rising up to be, considered important and wealthy.
The complexities of that work and what it says about women and how, especially in a time where women had no voice and had no power, it's wonderful to see the change that's occurred.
For an organization like Central City Opera to go beyond traditional promotion activities to try to reach their audience and involve women in particular in this series, the Power of Women in Art series, shows that they take their place in the community across Colorado very seriously.
We really want to be a forum for good conversations in our community.
When talking about women in power, the first thing that comes to mind are the questions we ask and the questions we have to answer as women. And I think that's part of the problem. Just to be really blunt about it, the fact that we have to talk about why it's difficult for women in and of itself is a big challenge.
35 years ago when I started the paper, people thought it was a lot more unusual, but now, if anyone is surprised that a woman can be an engineer or run a TV station or run a newspaper, that person has a lot of learning to do.
As younger women, we've definitely absorbed that message of why can't you do it, right? Like why think that you can fail? Why not think that you could succeed?
Panelists offered advice on what they feel is important for women to consider in today's society, and also talked about how they found their power as women.
The most important thing for women is to be involved and to be paying attention, to get out there and understand the politics behind some of the stuff that's going on.
Don't wait for anyone to give you that empowerment, and going out and getting that empowerment and seeking it out yourself was one of the big takeaways for me.
You can change people's ideas and minds about things just as one single human.
It's such a cliche that, but you just have to do it. You just do it. And it doesn't mean the fear goes away. Fear can motivate you too.
I think the biggest thing for women is to be true to yourself.
The first thing I think of when I hear about women in power is that it's about time.
My grandmother always said a lady should feel comfortable no matter where she's at. She should feel at home in a barnyard and the White House. And I think that training that I got at home, that's the source of my power.
For more information about Central City Opera's La Traviata and other productions, go to centralcityopera.org.